It wasn't my aim to become an armed robber. That wasn't, I mean, I don't know whose aim that is. But it just happened, and then once it had happened, yeah, there were times when I thought, how did I get here? And how can I get out of this?
I moved to England when I was 6 years old from Nigeria. I can remember the beautiful lights and the night time, everything looks beautiful. I was really excited to see my little sister because I haven't seen her in 4 years.
Early 90s when I was like 7, 8, there wasn't really no like stable household. Quite a lot of domestic abuse, like my dad used to like punch at my mum, a lot of violence in my household. It's craziness.
I grew up in North London, Finchley area. I'm lucky that I've got a strong family. My dad came here from Cyprus and my mum's of Irish descent. Yeah, it was okay. It's all I knew.
I grew up in Stratford with my mum, but what my mates described me back then was I was a little fat, big blob, tall, big compared to everyone else, but I was still that local lad that people knew.
My mum got divorced from my dad when I was young, didn't really know how to deal with what was going on at such a young age, innit? So kind of I was bottled it all up, all the anger, all the frustration, all the feelings, and it kind of like messed me up inside.
I live with my mom as a single parent, so I have to look after my little sister and also cook for my brothers. The environment was caring, peaceful, we talk, we joke. It wasn't a gang thing.
My area was like, it was a community in it. Like we knew who's who, we knew your friend's mum, we help her with the shopping. But if you come into the area and we didn't know you, then it's hard.
The school system didn't work for me. I just used to fight all the time. I went to a Catholic school. One of the worst things I'd done was beat up the so-called hardest in the year. And then every day I was just getting people trying to challenge me. I got taken out of that school. And then I went to like referral units.
My PE teachers had a massive influence, as well as my mum, because they just pressured me to do so well, because they saw that I had potential. It just gave me like self-belief.
When we was kids, we used to call ourselves GB8s for Greeks, Blacks and Honkies. We'd go out, we'd get drunk, get high, we'd do creepers and burglaries and stuff sometimes, but just roam the streets basically, man.
Yeah, my friends, they were very artistic, athletic, funny, just no direction.
Sometimes I wish you were.
I've sort of always loved art and I used to paint graffiti, and I did used to go to the Tate Modern on my own every now and then. When you shot, you always got to be in your area. You can't say, oh, I'm taking a day off to go and see an exhibition. The only outlet I could have for art without being looked upon as being soft would be graffiti art. And that's why I started painting.
It's just being friendly. If I see my friend, I'm not going to stop talking to him because he's in a gang. They're not hurting me, so why should I be scared of them?
Back then, you know how peer pressure was? People used to be like, oh, why aren't you backing my beef? And I'd be like, well, if I'm not directly involved and you're just putting yourself in that situation for no reason, then you're just being silly, and I just do my own thing.
The beef days. All right, so to be real, if we saw you and you're from a Devon area and we know that we've got a problem with you, we've got beef with you, it's on site. Like you're getting your jaw spun. We used to roll with this thing called the chopper. It used to be like this big, this long. And it's like a big army knife. You just roll with it.
You know, I was selling skunk and then I was selling quite a lot of skunk. And then my guy who I was shotting with was like, can you get rid of sniff? And I was like, well, yeah. Started working with that, started working well with that, but then I started sniffing it. I hated my life, boy. I was well depressed. I didn't give a shit, I didn't care really, didn't really care. Yeah, there was some fun times. I've only sniffed coke, innit, so I don't really know about the other drugs, like Class A drugs, but they're all addictions, I think. They're all buzzes, adrenaline rushes. I don't think there is a rush like doing a robbery and screaming at everybody to get on the floor and telling the clerks to hand over the money. When you do a robbery, you say, oh, that's it, I'm not gonna do another one. Like, you think, fuck, like, that was a bit strong. 2 weeks later, you're skint again, and you do it again.
There was a lot of fears. There was fears of getting nicked, going to prison, getting stabbed, shot. Just the repercussions of like, we beat up some guy or we're beefing with another crew and like the repercussions of what could come back in it.
It goes to your head, innit? And all of the fake love that you get when you walk in a place, they're only doing it because they want to get what's in your pocket. Now, when I look back, I could have said, you know what, I quit. I don't want to do this anymore. Why didn't I just do that? I think it was that road mentality where, you know, you think it's a dog-eat-dog world, and no one's going to mug me off. But, you know, you do think you're a gangster, innit? You sort of turn around and you realise, like, shit, I'm actually doing quite serious crime here now, like. And it was only ever going to end in two ways, prison or death. That's the only way that it ever ends.
Agnes was the best sister anyone could have for. And on the 14th of April 2010, my brother's wife called me and told me she's been shot. I didn't believe it because it was a loving environment. Everyone knows everyone. And I was thinking, why would someone want to do that? When I went to the hospital and I saw her just lying down there, it's not a nice thing.
My dad, when I was 7 years old, I remember being like so scared of him. And for like a little person to be like scared of your dad, that's not healthy, innit? I was in and out of hospital, real bad problems with my stomach and that, and I got diagnosed with Crohn's disease. I've done a lot of research and I found that it's related to like stress. And it just made sense that this negative person had this effect on my life. I remember being in hospital one time, like real bad case. That week I was in there, my friends murdered someone. And it was a big high profile murder. Two of my friends went on a run. A couple of my friends got arrested for murder. And it was just like, my life got turned upside down.
There was a sense of relief when I landed in Feltham, yeah, because it was like that momentum had sort of stopped. I got out of the sweatbox, I went onto the induction wing, I got in a beef straight away from some guy who robbed me when I was like 14. And I thought I'm gonna have to fight to survive here.
I woke up and I'm just tired of feeling sorry for myself, staying in my house, crying or drinking my life away, will not bring my sister back.
So I remember going to see a friend of mine and his mum said, yo, Ricardo, you're good with like young people, you know, got readmitted back into hospital, and that kind of sunk into me. I was like, right, this lady, she's never seen me work with young people. I've never worked with young people in a professional capacity. Just sunk with me. I just thought, you know what, let me make this decision that I wanna work with young people.
While I was in prison, the only way I had access to paint was if I went and done art therapy. Being reunited with spray paint and smelling it and feeling it, and yeah, it was great. I mean, and they wanted graffiti in hospital wing in Feltham. And then they said to me, if you do this for us, we'll downgrade your risk, which meant I could go to open prison, which after a while, I got there, I enrolled on a course at Kensington and Chelsea College. I passed with distinction. I then applied for St. Martin's, and that's when I got in. I mean, I'm telling you, I feel like there was a guardian angel there for me at that point in my life.
The advice that I get from DJing is like a hooligan in a West Ham match. How I discovered music was through pirate radio actually. To start DJing at clubs, and then it progressed on to doing festivals in Amsterdam, Belgium. I like to just like push myself to the limit, the boundaries of sounds.
Everyone's got skills, innit? Individual skills that make you, you. And you can't oppress those skills. You gotta bring those skills up. Community Soul is basically provided a platform for these young people to research, identify what they really want. I'm not saying, yo, you gotta go do this, you gotta go do that. This is the platform for you to do your thing.
In my first year at St. Martin's, I was just so excited every day. You know, it was the beginning of my future. 6 years ago, the whole idea of being an artist seemed so far-fetched. But I'm excited about my future now, whereas before I couldn't see one.
I met Katie after he saw my drawing and we came up with this design. Since then, she's given me that hope and I'm not letting it go.
3 years later, and still here, still making friends. Katie's still bringing in new people. Everybody that's involved with Art Against Knives brings something to the table. They're just a group of highly driven, talented people, creative young people that want to make a difference. And yeah, I'm proud to be a part of that.